It is 2 in the morning. Your dog has a perfectly good orthopedic bed in the living room. You bought it specifically for them. It is thick and supportive and probably cost more than you want to admit. And yet here they are, circling your mattress, stepping on your legs, turning 3 times, and then dropping their full weight directly against your hip like a furry anchor. You shift toward the edge. They shift with you. By 3 in the morning, you are holding on to the last 6 inches of mattress with your fingertips, while 70 pounds of dog sleeps diagonally across the rest of it, like they own the entire thing. Because as far as they are concerned, they do. If you go to the internet for an explanation, you will find 2 answers. The first is that they are stealing your body heat. The second is that you spoiled them and failed to set proper limits. Both of those answers feel plausible on the surface, and both of them are wrong. Let me start with the warmth theory because it collapses the moment you actually think about it. Your dog has access to sunny patches on the rug all afternoon. They have the couch. They have the spot directly next to the radiator that they have claimed as their own since November. They probably have a pile of your laundry on the floor that functions as a perfectly good nest. If warmth was the primary goal, they have better options than pressing themselves against a restless human who kicks in their sleep. But here is the deeper problem with every explanation that treats co-sleeping as a bad habit or a spoiled behavior. Sleep is the most vulnerable state any living animal can enter. Every ancient instinct inherited from thousands of years of predator and prey dynamics should be pushing your dog toward a hidden, secluded, defended location when they lose consciousness. A dark corner, a tight space under something, a spot where nothing can approach them from behind. That is what the ancestral brain is supposed to want. And instead, your dog walks past every quiet corner in your home and climbs into bed with a human 15 times their size. From a purely biological standpoint, that should make no sense. So why does it happen? Why does an animal with an instinctive drive toward protected sleep choose the most exposed, most crowded, most unpredictable sleeping surface in the house? The answer is not about warmth. The answer is not about spoiling. The answer is about something that happened to the domestic dog at a neurological and genetic level over 15,000 years of living alongside humans. And once you understand it, you will never look at that 70-pound lump on your mattress the same way again. In a landmark study, researchers at Eotvos Lorand University in Budapest took the exact same attachment assessment that developmental psychologists use to study human infants and applied it directly to dogs. The procedure is called the strange situation test. It was originally designed to measure how securely a baby is bonded to their primary caregiver. The researchers adapted it for dogs and their owners, and the result was remarkable. 61% of the dogs tested were classified as securely attached to their owners. 61%. That is almost exactly the same proportion found in human toddler populations. Your dog does not just love you in some general, vague, feel-good sense. Your dog forms an attachment bond with you that is functionally identical to the bond a human infant forms with a parent. The same psychological structure, the same behavioral markers, the same underlying need for a safe person to return to when the world feels uncertain. And within attachment psychology, there is one behavior that is more fundamental than any other. It is the behavior that defines the entire bond. It is the behavior of seeking closeness to your safe person at your moment of greatest vulnerability. That is exactly what your dog is doing at 2 in the morning. Sleep is vulnerability, and they are choosing to be vulnerable next to you. They are telling you, in the only language available to them, that you are the safest thing in their entire world. Now let me take you into the neurochemistry of what is actually happening in both of your brains during those 8 hours. Because this is where the story gets genuinely extraordinary. In 2015, researchers at Eotvos University published a study in the journal Science that changed how scientists understand the human-dog bond entirely. They found that when you and your dog make eye contact and interact, both of your brains experience a simultaneous surge of oxytocin. Not just your brain, both brains. At the same time, oxytocin is the neurochemical that floods a mother's brain when she holds her newborn for the first time. It is the biological foundation of bonding, trust, and attachment. And the 2015 study found that humans and dogs are the only two species on Earth that trigger this mutual oxytocin loop across a species boundary. No other animal does this with humans, not even primates, only dogs. And physical contact amplifies the effect. Research shows that just 10 minutes of petting your dog produces measurable drops in cortisol, your primary stress hormone, in both of you. Now, I want you to think about what is happening to both of your nervous systems over 8 uninterrupted hours of sleeping pressed together. 8 hours of physical contact. 8 hours of the mutual oxytocin loop running in the background. 8 hours of two nervous systems exchanging the chemical signal that says safe, bonded, calm. That is not a bad habit. That is a neurological event. Now, I also want to be honest with you about the reality of what sleeping with a dog actually feels like. Because the neuroscience is beautiful, but the 3 in the morning experience is a different story entirely. They twitch, they kick, they do that full body stretch at 3:14 in the morning that somehow catches you directly in the ribs. They rearrange themselves without warning and end up perpendicular to you with their paws on your face. And the Mayo Clinic actually documented this scientifically. They put clinical-grade sleep trackers on 40 adults and their dogs and measured what happened through the night. The data was clear. Dogs objectively disrupted human sleep. The movement, the repositioning, the occasional 3 in the morning shake, all of it showed up in the tracking data as measurable sleep disruption. But here is where the data became genuinely strange. Almost every single participant in the study reported feeling more rested, more secure, and more comfortable on the nights their dog was in the room. Subjective rest went up even when objective sleep quality went down. And a separate study from Canisius College that surveyed nearly 1,000 women found that dogs were rated as significantly more comforting and significantly less disruptive than human bed partners. More comforting than another human. How's that possible? The answer is that psychological safety is more restorative than uninterrupted silence. Your nervous system does not just need sleep. It needs to feel safe enough to fully let go into sleep. And for many people, the presence of their dog provides a depth of felt safety that no other arrangement in the bedroom can match. In 2024, researchers at the University of Jyväskylä in Finland published a study that finally explained the mechanism behind this. They monitored the heart rate variability of 30 dog and owner pairs over extended rest periods. Heart rate variability is the most sensitive measure we have of the autonomic nervous system. High variability means your nervous system is flexible, relaxed, and regulated. Low variability means your system is under stress. And here is what they found. During rest, the heart rate variability patterns of bonded dogs and owners literally synchronized with each other. When the owner's nervous system was calm, the dog's nervous system was calm. When the dog settled, the owner settled. The two systems were in training to each other in real time. And critically, this synchronization did not occur when dogs slept next to strangers. It was not a generic calming effect that dogs have on humans. It only happened within bonded pairs. You and your specific dog are co-regulating each other's nervous systems through the night. Two separate species, two separate brains, one shared state of calm. That is not sentiment. That is physiology. Now I need to shift the conversation to something more serious. Because everything I have told you so far is about what your dog sleeping beside you means. But there is an equally important question about what it means when that suddenly stops. If your dog has slept in your bed every night for years, and then one morning they just do not come up, do not dismiss it. Dogs are creatures of deep habit. A behavior that has been performed every single night for years does not disappear without a reason. Veterinary researchers have documented that changes in sleep location are among the earliest behavioral markers of hidden physical pain, earlier than limping, earlier than stiffness, earlier than any of the signs most owners recognize as pain. Your dog may not be choosing the floor. They may be hurting too much to make the jump. The orthopedic bed in the living room is not suddenly more appealing. The stairs up to the mattress have become a source of pain they are choosing to avoid. And in older dogs, the pattern carries an additional warning. Disrupted and changed sleep patterns are the hallmark early symptom of canine cognitive dysfunction. This is the dog equivalent of dementia, and it affects 35% of dogs over 8 years old. If the nightly ritual that has been consistent for years suddenly changes, that change is data. Your dog cannot send you a text message explaining what is wrong. Behavior is the only language they have to tell you something has shifted. Pay attention to it. Take it seriously. Get them checked. Now let me bring this back to the 15,000-year picture. Because what your dog does every night when they climb into your bed is not a modern behavioral quirk. It is not something that happened because of how you raised them or what rules you set or fail to set. It goes all the way back to the earliest period of dog domestication. Geneticists studying the differences between domestic dogs and wild wolves have found unique insertions on chromosome 6 in dogs that appear to drive the compulsion to seek human contact. These insertions are not found in wolves. They were selected for by humans over thousands of generations. Somewhere in the ancient history of this relationship, humans kept the dogs that wanted to sleep close. The dogs that chose the warmth of the human camp over the hidden corner in the trees. The dogs that sought proximity at their most vulnerable moments rather than distance. And generation after generation, those were the dogs that survived and reproduced within the human world. Your dog is the result of 15,000 years of that selection. They are not sleeping in your bed despite their instincts. They are sleeping in your bed because of instincts that were built around you. So let me bring all of this together into something you can actually use. First, let go of the guilt. Letting your dog sleep with you is not spoiling them. It is not a failure of structure. It is not the cause of behavior problems. The research does not support any of those conclusions. What the research does support is that co-sleeping with a bonded dog produces measurable neurochemical benefits for both of you, synchronizes your nervous systems through the night, and increases felt psychological safety in ways that improve your subjective experience of rest. If it works for your household, the science is on your side. Second, if you have reasons not to co-sleep, that is completely valid too. The goal is not to make everyone share a bed with their dog. The goal is to understand that your dog's desire to be there is not a problem to be corrected. It is an expression of the deepest attachment your dog is capable of forming. You can choose not to share the bed while still understanding and honoring what the request means. Third, watch for changes. If your dog has been a consistent co-sleeper and that pattern shifts, treat it as a medical and behavioral flag rather than a change in preference. Get them evaluated. Describe the change specifically to your vet. When did it start? How sudden was it? And what else has changed in their behavior or movement? Early detection of pain and cognitive decline depends on owners noticing exactly these kinds of behavioral shifts. And fourth, appreciate the full weight of what happens every night. When your dog circles the mattress, steps on your legs, turns 3 times, and drops against you with a heavy sigh, they are not performing a habit. They are performing 15,000 years of evolution. They're choosing the safest place in their world. They are initiating a night of neurochemical co-regulation that benefits both of you. And they are doing all of it with complete certainty that you are worth the risk of vulnerability. That is not clinginess. That is not bad training. That is the entire point of everything this bond was built to be. The next time you wake up at 2 in the morning, hanging off the edge of your mattress with the dog pressed against your back, taking up 80% of the space, I want you to remember one thing. They chose you over every other option in the house. 15,000 years of genetics pointed directly at you and said, that is the safe one. That is the one worth sleeping next to. If this video changed how you see your dog's bedtime ritual, hit subscribe and drop a comment below telling me exactly where your dog sleeps tonight and how they got there. I read every single one. And if you want to keep going deeper into your dog's hidden psychology, the next video is about something that happens dozens of times every single day. Your dog stares at you, not a glance. A full, unblinking, sustained stare that lasts so long it starts to feel almost uncomfortably intense. And the neuroscience behind what that stare is actually doing to both of your brains is one of the strangest and most beautiful things I have ever had to explain. See you there.